Hi friends, welcome to MGM tutorial. In this session, we are going to discuss real numbers part 3 exercise 1.3. If you didn't watch part 1 and 2, you are requested to watch part 1 and 2 to understand. Now let us start exercise 1.3. In exercise 1.3, first bit is you have to change the rational number into decimal form, and as well as you have to show that whether the decimal form is terminating or non-terminating decimal form. Let's see, there are 3 bits are selected, 3 by 8 and 4 and 1/5, 2 by 11. So first one is 3 by 8, whether you have to write 3 by 8 into decimal form, and this decimal form whether it is terminating or non-terminating. Let us see. Now we have to divide, as you know that how to divide. Now 3 is dividend and 8 is divisor. 8 cannot be divisible by 3. Now you have to take 8 zeros are 0. The remainder is the remainder is 3. Now you have to take the decimal point. After taking decimal point, you have to bring down 1 0. Now 8 3 is 24. The remainder is 6. Again you have to bring down 1 0, and 8 7 is 56. The remainder is 4. Again you have to bring down 1 more 0. Now 8 5 is 40. The remainder is 0. The division is over. So 3 by 8 is equal to, the decimal form of 3 by 8 is equal to 0.375. So as it is terminates, then it is called terminating decimal. So 3 by 8 is equal to 0.375. It is a terminating decimal. Let us take another one. 4 and 1/5. It is a mixed fraction. Now you have to convert it into improper fraction. 4 5 is 20. 20 plus 1, 21 by 5. So 21 by 5 also can be divided like this. 21 by 5 we can divide it. 5 4 is 20. The remainder is 1. Let us take a decimal point. After taking decimal point, you have to bring down 1 0 to the remainder. Now 5 2 is 10. The remainder is 0. So the division is over. The answer is 21 by 5 is equal to 4.2. So it also terminates. Now this is also a terminating decimal. Let us see the third one, 2 by 11. So this 2 by 11 also can be divided by 2 divided by 11. So 11 cannot be divisible by 2 cannot be divisible by 11. Now you have to take first 0. So 11 0 is 0. Now remainder is 2. Now let us take a decimal point. After taking decimal point, you have to bring down 0. 11 1 is 11. The remainder is 9. Again you have to bring down a 0. Now it is 90. 11 8 is 88. The remainder is 2. Again you have to 0. Now 11 1 is 11. Similarly, so same thing it is repeated after 2 and 8 and 2 and 8 2 1 and 8 1 and 8 1 and 8. So this can be written 0.1818, so on, are also called 2 by 11 is equal to 0.18 bar. So this is the non-terminating decimal. This is non-terminating decimal because it doesn't end with the remainder 0. Now let us start the second bit of exercise 1.3. In this bit we have to change the rational numbers into decimal form, and moreover whether the decimal forms are terminating and non-terminating, just like first bit. But in this bit you have to show that without actually division. So without actual division, how can you show that whether these rational numbers are into decimals, whether the decimal is terminating or non-terminating without actually division? So if you want to show any rational number into decimal form without actually showing without actually division, you have to know that the denominator of the given fraction, given rational number, must be in the form of 2 power m or 5 power n or 2 power m into 5 power n. So any one of the denominator of the given numbers is of the form 2 power m and 5 power n and 2 power m and 5 power n, where m and n are positive integers. I mean natural numbers. If m and any natural number, if the denominator of the given rational number ends with in the form of 2 power m and 5 power n and 2 power m and 5 power n. Let us see the first one, 3 1 2 5. So whether the denominator is in the form of or not, let us check. Now last digit is 5. You can take that 5 table. 5 6 is 30. Now this is 12. 5 2s are 10. Now 5 1s are 5. 5 5s are 25. Now you can take again last digit is 5, 5 table. 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 5 5s are. Now 5 25. Now 5 5. So now last one is 5 1s are 5. So there are 1 2 3 4 5s. So 31 by 3125 can be written as 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. That means we can write this 5 to the power 5. So the denominator of this rational number is of the form this one. So I told you that when the denominator of this any rational number is of the any one of the form, it terminating decimal. So therefore this is a terminating decimal form. Now let us see 11 by 12. Now 12 can be written like this: 2 6 are 2 3 are and 3 1 are. Now 11 by here 2 2s are there, 2 square again 3 1. So the denominator, the prime product of the denominator is 2 square and 3 1. As I told you, there should be either 2 power n or 5 power n or 2 power m into 5 power n. But there should not be any 3 because 3 is not in the list of our options. So it is not terminating, it is non-terminating decimal. So whenever you see that the prime product of the denominator only is of the form 1 2 3. Apart from this, any additional number 3 or 7 or any additional number added to the denominator, that fraction, that rational number never ends with any decimal form. So that is non-terminating decimal. Let us see last one, 15 by 1600. The 1600 can be written like this: 1600. Now you have to take 2. 2 means 1800, divided by 2 it is 400, now divided by 2 it is 200, now divided by 100, now you can take 100 divided by 50, now 50 divided by 2 is 25, now 2 5 5 5. So you got here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 2s, 2 to the power 7 and 2 5s 5 square. So the denominator is 1600 can be written in the form of this one. So this is in the form of our third case. Numerator is 15. This rational number also a terminating decimal number because the denominator of this rational number, is of the form of 2 power n and 5 power n. Therefore this is a terminating decimal form. You can understand that in this way. This is the way to know that how to represent the given rational number into terminating or non-terminating. Let us see the third bit. Write the following rational numbers in decimal forms by using theorem 1.4. Theorem 1.4, that is the denominator of the any rational number is of the 2 power m and 5 power m and mn and a non-negative integer. I mean all positive integers. Let us see 13 by 25. This 25 should be written in the form of either 5 power n or 2 power n or 2 into 5 power n. So 13 by you can write 25 means 5 into 5, that is equal to 13 by 5 square. So if you want to write decimal forms, the denominator must be either in the form of 10 or 100 or 1000 or 10,000, so on, etc. So you have to make the denominator into either 10 or 100 or 100. So as it is given 5 square, so you need to multiply 2 square, because as the powers are same, it can be multiplied very easily. 2 5 is 10, then it is called 10 square. If it is 10 square means you get 100, you can turn the rational number, given rational number into decimal form. So now you can multiply 2 square onto the both side, both numerator and denominator. Now you can multiply 3 into 2 square means 4 by, it can be written 10 square. Now 13 4s are, we can write 3 4s are 12, 1 3 4 1s are 4, 52 by 100. This 52 by 100 you can write in the decimal form. 2 zeros after the point is, it is, now you have to take 52, right? Now right to left you count the number of digits, 1 2, after 2 zeros the 1 is there, after 2 digits you have to put a point, 1 2 1 to the point, the 1 to the point, it has nothing, means you have to write 0. So this is the way you have to show that all rational numbers into decimal numbers by using theorem 1.1. Similarly, you can write this one 23 by 2q into 5 square. Here 2 is the power of 3 and here 5 is power of 2. Now the power must be same. We need to multiply one more 5. Then you get 23 into 5, 2 to the power 3 and 5 to the power square, 5 square into one more 5. You have to multiply both numerator and denominator. Then you get 23 5 are 1, 15. You can write 2q and 5 square and 5 to the power 1. Then it can be written 5q. As I told here, you can write this 115 by 10 to the power q. 10 to the power q means there are 3 places after the point. You have to write the 115. You have to write the numerator as it is same. So 10q means 1000. 1000 means 3 zeros are there. 1, 2, 3. 3 zeros after the point decimal point. Now you have to count 1, 2, 3. After you have to take decimal point. Then nothing number before the decimal means you have to write a 0. So as it is q, you have to take 3 decimal point. As it is square, you have to take 2 number before the decimal point. Similarly, you can write here one more bit 143 divided by 110. So 110 can be written in the form of a prime factorization method. You can write here 110 to 55. Now 5, 11. So this can be written 2 into 5 into 11. So 11 is the active. So it is in the form of 255. That is the theorem 1.4. 11 is the active factor. Let us see whether the 11 is the common factor of both numerator and denominator. If it is the common factor, now you have to cancel them. So you know that 143 is a multiple of 11. Now you can cut it. 11 1 ja 11, 1 ja 11, and it is 3. 11 3 ja. Now you can write 13 by 2 5 ja 10. So the number is 13 by 10. This can be turned into decimal point. So it has only 1 0 before the point. Now you can write the 13 as the same numerator. Take only one number after the point. So this is the way we have to show all the rational numbers into decimal forms by using remainder 1.4. Now the last bit of the exercise 1.3, that is express the following decimal numbers in the form of p by q and write prime factorization of p, then what you observe. So you have to convert the all given decimal numbers into form of p by q, I mean rational number, I mean fraction. Then you have to find the prime factors of q. Let us see, the first bit is 43.123. So as it is a terminating decimal, you have to write the all numeral part omitting the point. Just you omit the point, write 4 3 1 2 3. I omit, I did not write the point. Now take a divide line. Now write the 1 instead of a point. Write the 1 instead of a point. So after the point, how many digits are there right side of the point? You have to count and write the same number of zeros. How many digits are there? 1 2 3. There are 3 digits are there. We need to write 3 zeros. After, so this is that decimal form into rational form. Now you have to find the prime factors. That this can be written as 4 3 1 2 3 by, as it is 1000. Now it can be written 10q. It can be written 10q. Now prime factors of 10q, 4 3 2 1 3 can be written. 10 means 2 into 5, which is the whole power 3. Then this can be written 4 3 2 1 3 by 2q and 5q. 2q into 5q. So this is called prime factorization of the q. This is the way you can find the decimal numbers into rational numbers and also finding the prime factorization of q. Let us see second bit. Second bit, it is a non-terminating, non-recurring decimal. Second bit is 0.120, 112, 00, 112, 000. So the pattern of this decimal point is non-terminating and non-recurring. If the decimal form of any number is non-terminating and non-recurring, it cannot be expressed in the form of p by q, because if it is a terminating, then you can write the number of zeros in the form of denominator as shown in the first one, but if it is non-terminating decimal, non-terminating or non-recurring, it cannot be expressed in the form of p by q, so it is considered as a irrational number. Let us take the third one, 43.2 bar. This type of sums already you have done in class 9th and 8th. Now let us see that how can you convert this 43.12 bar into a decimal into a rational numbers, and you have to find the prime fraction of q. So let us take, let 43.12 bar be x. I mean x is equal to 43.12 bar can be written as 43.1212 because the bar is, it's meant for 1 to the repetition of 1 to, as it is here periodicity, here periodicity is 2, so we have to multiply by 100 on both sides. So you have to multiply by 100 on both sides, because as the periodicity is given 2, then you get, let it be equation 1, 100 x is equal to, as 100 is multiplied to the both sides, 100 into x, 100 is equal to, when 100 is multiplied to this decimal form, this point has to move 2 decimal, because already we discussed that 10 is point, 1 point decimal, at 100 we have to move 2 decimals, 1000 means after 3 decimals. So as it is multiplied by 100, you have to move 3 decimals forward, 2 decimals forward, 43, next 1 2, next you have to put decimals, then you have to start 1 2 1 2 1 2 and so on. This is represented equation 2. So as equation 2 is bigger than the equation 1, now you have to subtract equation 1 from the 2. Subtract the equation 1 from the 2. Let us write equation 2 is 100x minus 100x is equal to 43.12.12 so on. That this is equation 2, and equation 1 is equal to x is equal to 43.1212 and so on. So now you have to subtract this one. 100x minus x is equal to 99x. Now after the decimal point 1 2 1 2, it is here the same digits, you can cancel it both of them. Now you can subtract 1 4 3 1 2, subtracted by 4 3, you can write now it is 12, 12 minus 3 is equal to 9, it is 0. Now 10, 10 minus 6, 4 is equal to 6. Now it is 2 and 4. So this can be written as equal to 96 is equal to 4269. Now x is equal to 4269 divided by 99. Therefore x means you have taken that 43.12 bar is equal to 4269 by 99. So this is the term of in the place of q. Now you have to change the q into prime factorization method. So is equal to 4269 divided by 99. It can be written 99. It can be written 3 3 ja 3 3 ja, now 3 3 11 ja. Now this can be written 3 square into 11. So here 2 3s are there, only 1 11 is there, 11 1 ja 11. So you can write here that 43.12 bar is of the form 4269 and 4269 divided by 3 square and into 11. So this is the completing of exercise 2 and 3.